Good afternoon, YTPC. Welcome back to the Pipe and Tobacco Room here at Emerson Southern Forged. The small barking dog you hear is Cooper. It's another rainy day in Colorado, which really isn't all that shocking or surprising. But today we are working on a special blend for my friend Roadkill Joe. Now, if you look right over here over my shoulder, there are two paintings hanging on the wall, and that's some of Roadkill's artwork. And if you look right over here, where my finger is pointing, that's a photograph. I have 5 pieces of art from Joe. He made me some outstanding coasters, and I've made him a couple of blends. And today we're making a new blend for Roadkill Joe, and he wanted something called Sacred Smoke. It's something that he can use in his quiet moments in his life. And he was kind of specific. He wanted it to be something special. So we're going to work on that. As always, if any of you have any questions or want to talk about home blending, you can reach out to me on Instagram at Emerson Southern Forge. You can leave a comment below. You can email me at Emerson Southern. I'm happy to answer any questions that I possibly can. If you want help or you need help, let me know. I'm here to help. I want as many people as they can to get into blending because it's become a passion for me and I absolutely love it. And the highlight for me is doing blends for people. So, Roadkill Joe, here we go. We're going to get started on Sacred Smoke. He wanted something relatively indigenous, something that would match what he's trying to accomplish. So the first ingredient in this will be Rustica. So we're going to throw some Rustica in. And I've been using Rustica a little bit more of late because I can. Amazing thing what happens you can use what you have. So I have Rustica, so we're going to work on put a little Rustica in this one. And here's some interesting things. I was chatting with Noah from at Noah's house via Instagram the other day, and he says, have flavors changed? Yeah, at altitude they do. Can't explain it. Don't know what the cause is. Don't know why it does it. Rustica has a much more earthy tone to it here in Colorado than it did in South Carolina. Pressing is infinitely difficult here. I think I found a solution. I've tried it a couple of times and it works. And it's not physics, kids, but it's weird. So if you want to know about that, we'll talk about that as we go through this. Okay, so then we're going to put in some burley red tips, which I really like. It is just, it's got a fantastic tin note. I really like it. It goes well with a lot of things. And right now it's kind of taken the place for me of, I hate to say dark burley, because I really like dark burley, but this just has a really interesting, flavorful tin note, and I think it brings a lot to a blend. And for this special blend for Roadkill, we're going to throw it in. Next up is a little Tennessee Dark Fired Kentucky. And of course, I have to put the magic spoon out. You know, I always love it when somebody has a tobacco for a purpose. You know, I'm using this for X, or I want this for Y. So it's, you know, when he came to me and wanted this, I was still in South Carolina, and I'm sorry I put him off so long, but, you know, life gets in the way of this whole working for a living thing. It's kind of BS. But. Okay, and a little latakia, because I wanted it to be smoky. So the dark fired Tennessee and the latakia are going to give it the smokiness. Now, Roadkill Joe is not a huge purporter of Perique. He doesn't like it, but because Perique is an indigenous type of blend, you know, I believe it was the Seminoles or the Indians that were in, the indigenous people, Indians, yeah. Way to go, Columbus. The indigenous people in Louisiana, what is now Louisiana, taught the French how to make Perique, which is how it got its French name. You know, they would hollow out a log and pack tobacco in it and put their ingredients on it. And because he wanted this to have an indigenous feel to it, we're going to put just a smattering of Perique in it, because I think that'll get him what he wants. And he agreed to it. So there we go. All right. So we put this together. This will go in the press. So it's Rustica forward. And those of you that don't know what Rustica is the closest thing that's still available to the original tobacco as it was found, that was used by the indigenous people, and the closest thing that was found when the white settlers got here. Obviously it's morphed, and now there's Virginias and there's burleys, but all of them got their base start basically at Rustica. So it's frequently called wild tobacco. It does have a unique flavor. Boy, tasty tin note on this, and that's pretty exciting. And if you all give me a little bit, I'm going to get this put in the presses, and then I'm going to come back because my friend Kane has come back and wanted 2 new blends, and he wanted them made with bitters, one the Peychauds and one with Angostura, and he had very specific things in mind, and we're going to do a video on that. So this is a short video, and I tried to shorten them up simply because, you know, average view time is 6 minutes, so this one's just a little over 6 minutes. And by the way, thank you all so much. I'm at 358 subscribers. If you told me I would have got to that number a year ago, I just would have laughed. But thank you all so much for watching the channel. Thank you so much for all your participation. I greatly appreciate it. And we'll talk to you again about a half hour, 45 minutes. Talk to you later. And remember, smoke what you like and don't let anybody tell you different.